Hello everyone, I hope you're all okay. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be a very long-winded selection of videos to come because this is taking so long to do. I've got so much work to do in this hallway. We all know what it looks like. We all know it's a mess. So I'm just getting straight on into it. I've got some Wix paint, which is the 830 olive green. I think that's what it was called. And yeah, I'm going over all the edging, all the trim that I've got placed along the wall there, and I'm just gonna try and do as much of the edging as I can. I've got candle mark on the wall there where I had a candle, and it's literally, yeah, the black smoke from the candles gotten onto the green. So I'm gonna go over all of it, not just the white areas, and we're gonna give it a whole fresh new going over. I love these brushes that I'm using. These brushes are the best ones I've ever used for doing any kind of edging with painting, and you don't need to have tape or anything at all because these brushes are so well made that when you brush over anything, you get the perfect straight line. So I'm just, yeah, it's saved so much time. Even though these brushes are very small, they are perfect for doing the job. So I'm really happy with them. So I'm taking off the shelving, and as you can see, I've got like this creepy looking cross that's been produced by the candle on the wall. If it was the other way around, I'd be quite concerned. Then we're going to pop the old roller tray into a Tesco bag and, yeah, start the rolling. What I want to do is wall by wall. I don't want to do all the edging going round top to bottom and then go back to the beginning and start doing rolling, because I just want to try and get a section done at a time. Therefore, I can start putting things back into place, even though there is so much more to be done in this hallway that, yeah, I'm really excited for you to see the end result. And yeah, it's going to be completely different. So it's not just a case of painting all the walls green. There is going to be a whole lot more going on in this as well. So having a little dance around, little boogie. You got a boogie in you. You got to get on down. Get on down when you're decorating, because you need that motivation to just keep you going. It's so long-winded, it's so tiring, and you know the ladder comes in and out every 5 minutes and you're just like, oh, why can't I reach it? I hate that, you know, when you feel like you can but you can't, and you really like, ugh. So yeah, as usual, starting off feeling really energetic, really raring to go, and it doesn't last. It doesn't last. But it does feel really good to be getting rid of all this, like, just unfinished paintwork that has been sitting in this hallway for, it's got to be about a year. It has to be. It could even be more. I've just neglected it because I've focused on other areas. Whereas at the moment, it's a case of focusing on this one particular part of the house, and it needs to be completed. It's the centre, it's the core, it needs to be inviting, and yeah, and then I can just branch off from there, even though I've almost done the kitchen, haven't finished it yet. There's the laundry area I need to do. And I've also, oh, what have I done? Oh yeah, got some carpet. I haven't told you yet. Went carpet shopping with Nick and our eldest, because he wanted to choose some carpet for his room. He chose a beautiful one. So I was looking at all the ones at the back. You know, you get all the cut-offs and they're usually cheaper. Well, it worked out more expensive to get a cut-off at the back, and the carpet was nowhere near as nice. I was like, well, that don't make sense. But yeah, I was like, it's 270 odd quid. What we needed was 10 by 8. It was a really nice, thick, silvery grey, soft, beautiful carpet. And it was £18.99 per square metre. And the cut off at the back, which was nowhere near as nice, was like 270 odd quid for the same amount that we would need for his room if we bought it off the roll. So we did that, and yeah, I was really chuffed. 203 quid it was. So I was like, yep, grab that. And then they were like, oh, you know, come back. So what we did was, while we waited for them to do all the cutting and whatnot, we went off and had a game of bowling. It was really good fun. All three of us just having a good laugh. Sam kept changing the pictures on the screen, so you know, because you can do a picture for your own name up there. That was funny. And we were just having such a laugh. Yeah, I mean, Nick won both games. Sam was second in both games, and I lost. Yeah, I was tragic. I did get some strikes though. I got well excited. I thought, yes, take that. But then I don't play bowling often, so I was like, I didn't really understand. I was like, why have my points not gone up? And Nick was like, oh, that's because it's all based on your next one now. And I'm like, for goodness sake, the chances are it's going to roll in the gutter. It did often, but it was so much fun and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, back to the painting. We are going over. So the original paint that I had was it's like an olive green, and it was by Duralux Easy Care, which is my favourite. So, you know, it seems daft that I'm going over with a paint that's not as good as the Duralux Easy Care, I will say, but it is a good paint. I'm using the Wix washable, which has proven to be very, very successful in the kitchen on the cupboard doors. So I'm using it on the wall, but the green is slightly different. So the Wix one is slightly darker and the Easy Care is lighter. So I'm having to go from bottom to top, which I was like, at first I was like, I could just do half, but I didn't. I ended up doing it all, and I'm being really precise and really thorough with it this time. Well, yeah, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Although it did knock me out for a little while because I got such bad arm pain from doing this. I ended up having a really bad flare up, so I couldn't complete it. And I was just like, no, you know, and you're just itching. You just want to get it done. I was like that, just like, I want to get it done. I can't stand just sitting around when the rest of my body's fully functionable. But the pain was really bad. It was like chronic toothache in my arm, and it was making me feel physically sick. But yeah, so not only am I doing the walls, but it's not going to be in this video, but I am doing like all the door frames and everything as well. But they're not going to be white. They're not going to be white. I'm really excited. Yes. I said I wasn't going to paint this. I said I was going to wallpaper it. But then the realisation kicks in that how am I going to get all the way to the very top? Because you'll see it in a minute. You know when you get to the top of your stairs and you look up and it's just like, how am I going to get up there? How am I going to paste, take it up, trying to keep it straight without touching the rest of the walls and everything else, and then actually getting to the very top? It's going to be nigh on impossible. But the reason I wanted to wallpaper it is because I didn't want to have to sand down the top of the stairs. And yeah, I just thought it would be easier. And thinking about it, it really isn't. And then I thought, oh, should I get that stick and peel, like I've done for the worktops? You can get wallpaper that is, you know, you peel it as you go. And I thought even that's going to be a flipping nightmare, because you want to see me trying to get the paint up there. It's hell. If you don't like heights, you're absolutely screwed. So we've gone for paint, but I'm really glad I have, because my vision is beautiful. And I'm so excited. Literally cannot wait. Like, it's going to make such a difference to the whole house when this is complete. Has anyone ever laid carpet? Okay, so going back to like the carpet in my son's room, we were laying it last night, and Nick was like, oh God, you have a go. So it's like the kicker. So I'm on my hands and knees. I'm holding on to this kicker. I've got my knee prepped ready to smack it into it. And, you know, I gave it a couple of goes and it was starting to really hurt. I'm like, this is going to give me a flare up. I know it is. You just know what's going to give you a flare up and what's not. And that was definitely up there. Anyway, I swung my knee to hit it and it didn't quite hit. And I've got the biggest carpet burn on my knee. It stung so bad. Even when I put Sudocrem on it, it was like burning. Did anyone watch the football last night? What an absolute sight of shit that was. That was diabolical. Like, it did. Oh God, don't even get me started. I mean, I'm not a huge football fan, and I'm not even a football fan, but I do like to watch like the World Cup or the Euros. You know, I can't quite get into that, and I couldn't name any of the players. Harry Kane, you know, maybe. Can I name any more? No, the goalkeeper looks like Nicola from Emmerdale. Does anyone see the resemblance? Like, they could be brother and sister. I'm not saying he looks like a woman. I'm saying they look very similar. Like they could be related. It's really bizarre. You know when you see some people and you think, like you see an actor and you think, oh my goodness me, that must be, he or she must be related to he or she. And you end up Googling like mad, and you're like, oh, you cannot believe, you literally, your brain cannot take on board that they are not related because they're so similar. That's how I see Nicola from Emmerdale and the goalkeeper from our England team. Yeah, I'm like, what's he called? It just came to my head and it fluttered straight back out again. I can't remember. So I'm now at the top and I'm taking off the pictures, and I've got to work out how to get up here. So I'm going to give it a wipe over with me window cleaner, just to get all the cobwebs and everything that collect up there. Wipe it all away. I interrupted one daddy longlegs who wasn't very happy. And then without looking down, because it would really throw me off and I'd feel physically sick, I am focusing like mad, clinging on for dear life while I try and get as neat lines as I possibly can going round. I did not enjoy this bit. I didn't. But when you actually, you get down the ladder and you look up and you go, oh, finally that bit's filled. It does feel nice. It feels very, very nice. So then the next stage was to try and get up that way, which was even worse because when you look down to go up the ladder, look down at the paint, you can see the stairs going down. It's horrible. It's really, really horrible. But I thought, how am I going to roll up here? Because I can't keep going up and down the ladder because I really did not like the view that was beneath me. So I decided, once I'd done all the edging as much as I can, I'm going to make a creation. And that involves the mop. Not the mop, the window cleaner, which I use as a mop. And I use it for everything. Like, window cleaner is absolutely insane. And it comes in handy, yet again, with painting. And I couldn't believe it even more so because, like with your roller, you get a hole in the bottom. Well, in the top of the window cleaner, there is a hole and they fit perfect together. So when it's like you put the roller on top of it, you can just put like a pen or something for it to hold it in place. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I won't ever be without it. Even when I've got no more heads for that and I can't get any, whatever, I will still keep that stick because it is an all-rounder, godsend. Godsend. It was really frustrating when I was painting this because it goes on lighter than any of the paints, dries darker than the original paint, and you're just like, where have I been? What have I done? It's starting to stress me out now. I didn't like it. But I'm trying to do as much as I can before I have to get the extender out, which is, of course, the cleaner, the window. Look, there's a hole. Look. I was like, you are made to be together. You're meant to be. So I just wedged a felt tip pen in there. And away I go. I'm sorry, but I'm so creative. Look at me go. Look at me. I've got paint on my trousers, paint all over my shirt. Literally all my clothes end up with some kind of either cleaning product or paint residue on them. It's ridiculous. I need to think more wisely about this. Look at it getting filled so easily. Oh, yes. And you can use the bottom end as well, which you're supposed to use to wipe your windows for like extra handle, bit of manoeuvre. I was loving it. I was just absolutely made with my life there. Yeah, look at me go. This unit is a real pain in the backside, so I'm actually having to go and paint round it. It's got all his cars in it. I don't know how he's got it on the wall, and I'm not moving it. I refuse. So if ever comes the day we take that off, it'll be a mystery to know what colour paint is actually under there, because it's not going to be green. Yeah, it could be anything. It could be peach. I can't even remember the amount of times I've painted these hallways. But I've never done it in a way that is I've got a vision. Whereas now I know what I want. And everything around it, going from the door frames to the skirting boards to the carpet, the light fittings, everything is going to be based around this view that I've got in my head. And yeah, I'm super excited to see how it's going to come out. Completely. And yeah, sometimes when I just feel like I just don't want to do it anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, I've had enough, I just think about how it's going to look and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm excited. So I'm trying to use up as much of the last of the paint as possible, as quickly as I can right now, because I'm getting super tired. I've been on it literally all day. I think it was about 8 o'clock at night by the time I finished, and I literally just had enough. It becomes a joke now. When you get so far and you're like, I'm at the point now where I wish I never started. It happens with every single painting project. Like, you can never go into it and be like, I'm loving this. This is brilliant. Can't wait to see the end. I'm loving every minute of it till the very end. You always get to that point where you're like, this sucks. This sucks. Literal wet farts. It really does, because it's just... oh, I hate it. So anyway, next day I'm putting on my shelves again because they're just sitting in the hallway and I don't want them to get ruined. This section is actually painted. The green of the section is painted, I'll say, but around it isn't yet. But the green is done, so I'm like, get that out of the way, pop those up. At least then it's one less thing to keep tripping over, and yeah, feeling quite chuffed with myself. I've still got a bit of wax on that shelf that I can't get off, but it's the higher one so you can't see it until I film it like that, and you're like, there's me wax. wax. There's me wax. Looking nicer. Anyway, on to the next day, and I'm pulling up the carpet. And this is what's going to be in my next video. So, if you want to see stage 2 of this, then, yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Look what I have to contend with. It's all stuck with glue. I wasn't happy. Wish me luck, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.